Grand Rising, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls who need to adjust your television set. It is I. It's me. I'm back here with another wonderful Manifestation Monday. This is the Ptah Shakur Speaks program. You're all in one place to get all the knowledge and information that you need to further enhance your elevation and your evolution. We're going to do our due diligence to make sure this broadcast is streaming out live to the White Rose Community Television, as well as going out over Facebook and actually going out over YouTube. But I'm going to take my due diligence right now to make sure I share this with my super friends. Make sure that this casts a wide net to make sure that it reaches every man, woman, and child that is focused on really learning what's going on and what's taking place at this key junction in time. Shout out Peace Elohim. Shout out Sharif Ahmed. Sending this to you. So anybody can take this another 60 seconds or so. Grab your pencil, grab your pens. I promise you, you're going to find information that you're going to want to write down. Go ahead and DuckDuckGo. This program is not sponsored by DuckDuckGo. Not yet, at least. However, we want to make sure that you do your due diligence. Question everything that is being presented to you at this wonderful time. Go ahead and get your veggie straws. Get your organic chips and things of that nature. Send this out to No Caller ID. Shout out to our brother Amir. Shout out to Roger Meyer as well. This is coming out to you, so I'm going to be another couple seconds doing this. Like I said, it's a live TV program. It's a live call-in show. You see there's a number on the bottom of the screen. So if I say something that you would like me to expound on a little bit, you have any questions about, or if you just want to join in on the fun, please make sure you do so. And if not, sit back, relax, and Ptah Shakur got you here on the way out. Ooh, little sound check. I'm doing good here. So go ahead and boom. You're good. You're good. All right. So here we go. So like always, got my disclaimer warning. The information you hear may excite you, may depress you, may trigger you. Let me turn the volume down. Oh, at least we know the volume is working. Ooh, what a beautiful day we're living in. Like I said, we fine-tuning our operation here. I told you when we started this program that it's going to evolve and go into many other endeavors, and soon to have a guest. I got a special guest off the screen here that's assisting me in my programming, so I'm very greatly appreciate further assistance. But like I said, warning, the information you hear may excite you, may depress you, may trigger you, but I promise you, the information that's coming towards you is coming from peer-reviewed, scientifical, proven case studies, as well as ancient knowledge and history that's been shared with us to guide us in this particular wonderful date and time. Before I get into all that, I also want to share another little warning. The information that you hear in my little brief introduction may sound a little bit egotistical. However, I got to let you all know the reason why this information should be taken with a little bit more than a grain of salt. For those that are looking to, like I said, evolve, learn how to express yourself in the form of changing your diet and actually attune yourself to this wonderful shift of frequency that's going on right now. Anybody that's been any time around me understands that I'm a big proponent of sharing that this is the time that was written about in all the scriptures and all the scrolls. Oh, yes, it is. This is the time where it speaks about the return of the Christ consciousness, which we are fully into right now. The return of the Mahdi. The Mayans spoke about this in 2012 when they shared to look forward to this time that's coming in. And it's a magnificent time. And if anybody that's alive that's pulling air right now, tremendous love and respect for you, regardless of what side you fall upon, what political sides or whatever. The fact that you're on this particular planet right now at this key junction in time speaks volumes to how powerful and a wonderful individual you are. Remember, you are eternal beings, with forever being a fraction of eternity. So, like I always do, starting off my little intro here to let you know a little bit about what I'm about. I am the omnipresent, all-powerful, protecting intelligence that is governing this here mind-body complex. I am invincible. I am in the presence of divine harmony. I'm always connected to the frequency and the heart of God, and I now bring forth solutions to change myself and to change the world. I am a majestical power of love that transcends every human concept. I am a limitless door which no man can shut. I am the mighty presence of divine source in action. In short, I'm your brother. In shorter, I am you. I am Ptah Shakur. I am a catalyst for change, a role model, youth advocate, transformational life coach, Reiki practitioner, entrepreneur, spiritual guide, and channel. I'm a rebel here to uninstall cowardice. I, Ptah Shakur, seek to shed light on the daily atrocities that are facing, or that are being orchestrated by the elites who seek control of you and I, and their end game is near. I intend to promote nothing but love, light, education, motivation for all those who are seeking to understand these cosmic changes that we're experiencing, that is pulsing in every animate and inanimate being. I'm a dangerous man to those elites and their shadow government that's been corrupting the world since the 1950s. And for anyone who is willfully participating in your own energetic enslavement, this show is not for you. Go ahead and change the channel right now. For those who identify as feminine, we need your vision, we need your energy. We need that in order to correct the ills that we see in our society based off of the imbalance of creation, of this over masculinity in forms of government, in the forms of expressing of knowledge and gifts. For those who identify as masculine, I'm asking you all to join me with this mindset. We would rather die like a man rather than live like a coward. And I'm asking everyone to step to the plate and do what you can to protect the human family at this time. For all my 104 YouTube subscribers, soon to be 104,000, I salute you. Let me get it right. Right hand. I salute you. And I want to remind you that you are eternal beings with forever being a fraction of eternity, and that you are beautiful, powerful, love-like children of the most divine grid programmer. To all my youth, all my hooded youth, Unc loves you. Unc Ptah, individuals that's part of my family tree, the individuals that's part of my village, we love the youth. We understand that the youth that are walking the face of the earth right now are some of the most powerful souls that have ever incarnated, that chose to incarnate at this key juncture in time in order to bring forth solutions to heal the planet and heal humanity at this. And we will do our very best to make sure that we unlock the greatness that is hiding inside of their chest. To all my star seeds, wanderers, indigo children, weirdos, angelic souls, I want to let you all know, I'm flowing, y'all, that we are the new founding fathers of creation. And I'm asking everybody to find that unconditional love. You can't love anyone else until you get that unconditional love for yourself. So once you find that unconditional love for yourself, give a small smidget, a tad, a thimbleful to the individuals that are masquerading as your fellow human beings. And in reality, they're pure reflections of your particular self. I would never kill myself. I would never hurt myself. I'm a happily married man. Check the ring on the finger. I'm a individual that sees myself as being a role model for the youth. So put that out there. Keep those crosshairs off me. So I'm asking everybody, get tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the most powerful of all hours being shared across these wonderful airways. This is the Ptah Shakur Speaks program, and you are live in effect. So if you want to go call in, that's fine. If you want to sit back, relax, that's fine. I got it. People, if I've been on air for about 2 weeks, had people worrying about me. Here I is. I'm back. Happy New Year. I was actually going to go to Party City and get one of the little blowy things, whatever they're called, to celebrate this new year. Why are you talking about Ptah Shakur New Year's Eve? Was when it was freezing cold outside? No. We're not going by no Gregorian calendar. We're going by the nature calendar when everything is shown to come alive and a rebirth and re-energize and such. I'm here representing that particular energy, revitalized with that particular energy as well. I am a YouTube content creator and a premier expert. Fix my little crystal here. I'm a premier expert in all things metaphysical, all things healing, energy, frequency, vibration, all things that help us all grow in this tremendous, wonderful time. And like I said, if this isn't for you, go ahead and make your turn right now. If you're looking at the TV and you're full of energy and hate in your heart, you need to check yourself. Don't check me. Anyways, looking at the screen like this, like I said, the call-in show. If you want to call in, number 717-846-5067. Happy Ishtar. Woo! Happy Easter, Ishtar. We're going to get into that in a little bit. But first, my wonderful helper, if you could please pop up the wonderful screen of the beautiful young chillins. We working out the kinks there. Oh, hold on. Here you gotta go. Here you go. Boom, boom, boom. And then same difference, you can just close that eyeball, open the other eyeball. Boom! Want to take a moment, serious, to spread love and light to all those that's being affected over there in Palestine. As you can see behind me, we have a wonderful image of a young lady, Judaic in her appearance, as well as a young Islamic brother as well. We got to think about for the youth as far as what they're experiencing on all the tremendous loss of life. So we got to make sure that we're connected. We're a human family, y'all. So what takes from across the pond or across the world, it affects humanity as a whole. So I'm asking everybody, find that love and joy in your heart. This is the time to actually spread that love and joy so we can make this tremendous change. If you're over the age of 35, you know there's something fishy going on. Rub my imaginary beard here. And you know, you may have heard some of the things, a lot of whistleblowers is coming out in the entertainment industry. Oh, trust me, it goes deeper. We have just begun to unravel the thread of corruption, the thread of misinformation. That is all going to be passed away. If you're listening right now, I want to remind you, you are an eternal being. When you lay that body down at night, the larger part of you continues to move and groove and travel to other aspects. We are a spiritual being living a temporary physical existence in this three-dimensional matrix that you see here. We are not physical beings that experiences spiritual things every now and then. We are most powerful. And this reminds me of the most impactful poems that I know, which is also in the Coach card. I forget what the name of it's called, but the idea is that we are immensely powerful. What we are afraid of is not that we are insignificant. Oh, no. What we're afraid of is that we are immensely powerful beyond measure. It is our light that shines, and when we shine our light, we're being our genuine self, we subconsciously give everyone around us that permission to shine as well. So, moving and grooving like we want to get into it. This is only an hour-long program. If you want to call in, you can do so. I'll stop everything I'm saying, and I'll make sure I address what is taking place. So, before we get into our little topics here, let me go down the list here. Boom, boom, boom. Purpose of this show. This Ptah Shakur Speaks program, I act like somewhat of a bridge to explain some ideas that people are now becoming cognizant of. For instance, like crystals, meditation, how to actually meditate and pull in your God divine power. Because believe it or not, you are two beings walking around right now. What are you talking about, Ptah? I'll answer. What I'm saying is that you have what's called a body consciousness. This is the one that is breathing you. You're not breathing. It's breathing you. This wonderful technology of what is your physical body has its own intelligence built in. When you hear something rustle, and it was actually developed in our infancy, when we're prehistoric man is rumbling through the forest, and you hear a twig snap behind you, your body consciousness says, oh, it's time to go. So it already gets your legs and everything moving before you can even ascertain what is taking place. Same thing as you find yourself driving, you're in a conversation with someone, you're like, man, where am I driving to? You was doing something? You was pushing the gas and braking, doing turn signals and everything else. Some people even sleepwalk for hours. What is that? That is your body consciousness. That is the same body consciousness that in this day and time, and this is one thing that was great about the COVID pandemic. It shut everything down. So when you're used to going up in the morning, you're getting your bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and you're going to work, and you're doing thus and so, you could do it. Some people, you have jobs. I know to work at a place doing teeth. If you put teeth into a particular set, you could do it so much. You're probably doing certain things in your sleep with your hand. Your body consciousness is set up to assist you in that way. But when it's time to evolve, and yes, the whole purpose of this life being in this third dimensional matrix school is to evolve. So if you've been doing something for a period of time, now it's time for you to evolve and do something a little bit different. Oh, that's where the problems come in. So when you find yourself, you're an assistant manager there at the Piggly Wiggly or whatever type of fast food spot, and the manager says at the end of the meeting, oh, anybody have anything to say? And you've been saying to yourself, you know what, I need to step up and become a manager. I want to be a regional manager of Piggly Wigglies. So when you find that it's time for you to raise your hand and actually go in motion and put your body consciousness into action, You find hesitancy. That hand gets a little shook on, get up in there. It speaks to you and say, no, baby, put your hand down. You don't want to step up into something new and different. It's too scary. Whenever your body comes, you say, I want to move. I always want to experience the beach. I'm living in a temperature range that is freezing cold. I'm living in Nome, Alaska, freezing my buns off. I want to experience how it feels to live in Hawaii. But then you get to the point when you get to the point of making those arrangements to get them plane tickets. You say, no, my whole family is here. I don't want to move and just let my poor old family. It's be a whole bunch of new people you're not familiar with. So it speaks to us in a way that enslaves us. Your enemy is he that is in me. However, when you start to understand the whole rhythm of life and how evolution is a part of creation, because if you do not, you're going to hear the angels are going to speak to you. Hey, you might want to take that job to further your understanding. You might want to take this opportunity to move here to experience something new to add to you so you can evolve to the person you're supposed to be. We find ourselves not listening to those whispers of angels. And then what? If you have a tremendous purpose in your life to do, and you refuse, and I think they have a story in the Bible, I think it's called Jonah and the Whale, wasn't it? Had a purpose to move into. Oh, I ain't going to do that. Then you got something else. Them damn, I'm telling you right now, the angels and the demons, they wear the same jerseys, y'all. Tag team, okay. Now there ain't no game plan. You're going to find hardship. You find car crash. You're going to find loss of loved ones. You're going to find all those things that's incomprehensible, like why, God, why? What is the purpose of this? I'm telling you, the purpose of it is for you to translate what is taking place in your life. Translate this seemingly chaotic drama and say, what do I need to do to evolve and change? And I promise you, a glorious time awaits you. So, understand, this is a wonderful time. Like I said, this is within all the scriptures and the scrolls. I'm going to try to, I see people doing a little comment right now. I'm going to try to go ahead and respond to that every now and then. But understand that you are a powerful, divine, love-like children of the most divine grid program. And this is the time, and I'm the individual to help with that. So, moving on, grooving on, show purpose. We're going to go, we have done programs. We talked about the double slit theory, the fact that when you speak, you actually affect matter that is in your periphery, and the actual words that come out of your mouth is not limited to the sound waves that emanate. In fact, your thought and intention goes and expands through space and time and returns back on what's called a torus field. Everything in creation operates in a torus field. What's this torus field, Ptah? I'll answer that. If you see like a nuclear bomb or explosion, you see what it's called like a mushroom cloud. If that was allowed to continue in a controlled environment without gravity, you will find that everything that as above is below, within comes without. So whatever you put out, understand that's coming back. For all my healers, all my star seeds, all the people that have love in their hearts. They said, I've been doing so great by people, and that's all I get is disrespect and bullying and abusing and things of that nature. This is the time for all the righteous. This is the time for those the divine souls. Keep it up. You may have to do a little alteration. Understand who you're around. Show me the closest 5 people in your life, and I can share with you your future. And a lot of individuals, you're waking up. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that you're noticing repeating numbers. You're seeing flashes of the side of your eye. You're hearing ringing in your ears. You're experiencing deja vu. You may even, believe it or not, start to do some precognition. Can you believe it? I said, I knew that number was going to hit. I should have played. Yeah, you should. I guess you should have. I'm going to stop doubting yourself. You are truly divine beings that is here. And if you can hear the sound of my voice, then it affirms it. You're talking to an individual that is put here on this planet and have found my purposes. So we're going to rock and roll with this. So we have done programs such as how to change your diet off. Go ahead and get some of that sea moss. If you don't know where to go, if you're in the household and everybody's eating that swine, ooh, we gonna go there. You're eating that swine. You putting them GMOs, or you go to the shop, you go to the dollar store and get your food, and you're not looking at them ingredients. But maybe you are. Maybe you start looking at those ingredients, and then you're starting to share with your friends. You know, do you check your ingredients? Nah, we check ingredients for what? It's too much reading. You don't go to get no food to start reading. Well, you got to find some new friends. Might got to find someone who helps nurture your path towards evolution. So every tub sits on its own valve. You ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. If you don't got anybody to talk to, anybody to vibrate, to help you inspire to a whole another level, check out Ptah Shakur. I'm on YouTube right here. Oh, go ahead. Can you put my screen back up, Ptah Shakur? Excuse me. Thank you, children. Let me see if I'm on here. Ha! I'm here. So, you want to go to Ptah Shakur on YouTube, Instagram. That one has to stay. That one has to stay on at all time. We all learning and growing. We freestyling here, y'all. This ain't nothing but a family affair. So check it. Like I said, go to YouTube. Go on there. You can see some of the ideas. Ooh, next thing on the list: topics, things to experience for 2024. Staying on task here. If you want to, please, it's a little social experiment. Go back to the very first video, one of the first videos I did in January of 2023, and I was sharing information or things that was going to take place in 2023 in advance, such as the UAAPs. I said about whistleblowers. I said about movements, volcanoes, and things of that nature. Yes, that has all took place. More is going to be taking place. Why? Because the earth is actually waking up. Did you know? Study what's going on in Kenya. Duck, duck, go. Kenya splitting. Kenya in Africa, or what like we call Alcuban. Think about it. That whole continent is splitting. Scientists have now done deep LIDAR studies. I'm going to get to the rest of this in a moment. Y'all ain't got to hear this. Scientists have done these deep LIDAR scans underneath Africa. And guess what they found? There's another continent underneath of Africa. I ain't talking about a state, a continent underneath Africa that is birthing, that is popping up and is splitting the country of Kenya into two. Yes, that wonderful mother country that all races and all persuasions emanated from is constantly connected to the inner source of geological material that is constantly resurfacing and flowing. And it's happening right now. Why is it happening? Also, Google this. DuckDuckGo this, excuse me. Woo. The center core of the earth is slowing in this rotation. That can't be good. What does that affect? Well, glad you asked. There's a large, the magma, the liquid metals that is circulating in the center of this wonderful, beautiful ball that we're living on. That is responsible for our magnetic field. So what you find is that once that slowing is taking place, our magnetic poles are on the verge of flipping, what they call the new ice age. And there's more. I've been away too long, y'all. So excited to be in front of you. Don't you know what's going on with the sun? I know we got that eclipse coming up. Stay tuned. What's going to make it really more impactful is the fact that when this solar eclipse is going to be taking place on April 8th, by the way, set your clocks. We are living in the, scientists have said over the next couple weeks, they're expecting the sun to flip its poles. Now, that's not a major thing. It happens every 11 years, folks. But it doesn't happen around so closely with the eclipse. And everybody, if you're an alert individual, you know what happens on them heavenly bodies has an effect of what goes on in this particular earth down here. All of your kings and queens and all your wonderful monarchs and royalty back in the days. These wonderful masculine kings that have ruled and had wonderful rulerships. Understand they had a female in that castle. They kept close. They didn't want to travel. They kept that female in their castle. And that female was the one that they consulted. The seer, their occultist. That was the one that they asked, will I be successful in war? And she had her own means of doing things. Some people call it astrology or horoscope. You know, all the things that we've been programmed to think belong to the devil. Tarot cards, scary stuff. The king had that individual right inside of his castle and consorted and asked that individual, should I plant this season? Should I go to war? Should I agree to these treaties? That was the feminine energy that was kept in the dark. Man represents light, woman represents dark. We need balance, y'all. We need to understand these things that's going on. So All that to say is what? 2024. What can we expect? More and more whistleblowers. We're not going to talk about Diddy on this show. Because Diddy is not the big fish. Trust me. There are much, much more bigger fish that are going to be offered up. It might be an individual to offer up a bigger fish, but this is all going to play out in front of you and I at this time when we got these bad actors that are moving it's like on Titanic. They're moving chairs around. So be wary of the distraction. Be wary of the fear-based environment, a fear-based agenda that's being shared out here amongst the people. So you're going to see more UAPs. Like I said, Kenya is experiencing things. Basically, we're living on a planet Earth, which is, imagine this is like a dog. And I'm going to get into my visualization, and I'll get into some of my topics in a minute. Imagine we've been living on a sleeping dog. Now, that dog is waking up. So would you find yourself, you've been living, set up a nice little encampment, set up your mansion, set up your little thing, you got your flag, and this is my territory right here. Oh no, when that dog starts waking up and starts scratching about, starts moving his haunches and moving things, that area that you live may be subducted. That's a big word to say, go drop into the sea. Ask them people from Atlantis what happened. So you'll find there's going to be a lot of geological changes. It's going to be loss of life. True indeed. Know that Mother Nature and know the earth is not evil and bad, as you're going to see on the media. Angry earth caused the earthquake. The earth is mad at us. No, this is a natural part of evolution. So you're going to experience all those type of things that's going to be coming to pass. But rejoice. This is all set up to give us the opportunity to choose whether we're going to move with the new earth and graduate into the fifth dimension, which was written about in the scriptures and scrolls, when it said, behold, I see the new heaven and the new earth, for the old heaven and the old earth was passed away. So this is a separating time. Be not dismayed if you have a loved one at home that you've been sharing information with that is causing you to enliven and inspire, and they're not coming with it. They're not getting it. They don't want to change and eat some of that wonderful sea moss. They don't want to lighten their density. They don't want to go ahead into the gym and go ahead and go out into nature and just find themselves staring out in nature like, man, has nature been here my whole life? Yes, you are the ones that are awakening. Like I said, and also in the scripture, it said one will be taken, one will be in the bed, one is in the field. Be not mistaken. Everyone is going to make their own particular choice. And if you're choosing to stay with this particular way of being, and hey, Ptah Shakur, man, he don't know what he's talking about. Trust me, I'm going to go into a little bit more. Warning, the information you're about to hear may excite you, may depress you, may trigger you. Can I get the screen with the Ishtar? Can I get the Ishtar screen, please? Oh, bam, here we go. Ishtar, we all just had a wonderful opportunity to experience a beautiful day yesterday. By the way, this is what they call April Fool's Day. I was going to go into that topic. We'll talk about that another time. This is, what is it, April 1st? Good Lord, I'm losing track of time. So yesterday, we had what was called Easter. Rub my hands together, folks. You know what that means. That means about to go in. So, with Easter, it's a wonderful time. I grew up in it. Mama got me dressed. Spit shine, fixed my eyebrows and everything. That was the day that we went to church. I think one of the only times. And so, when we find ourselves, we've been hearing these stories about this egg. Like, ooh, what does the egg have to do with the returning of Jesus that died on the cross on a Friday and then was, reborn and came out on the third day, which is the Sunday, but not the Monday. Anyway, so there was the egg. It's okay, the egg has to do with the Son of God, the egg, and then there's chocolates, and there's bunnies, and the chocolate bunny egg. I couldn't make sense of it. Why is it, folks? Well, students, I asked everybody to get a pen and pad. Hopefully we're listening. But I'm going to everybody to go ahead and write down Ishtar, I-S-H-T-A-R. What that is pagan, what they call pagan, meaning took place before the time that this religious society was entrenched and indoctrinated into our minds. That was a time where people celebrate this new birth, and they represented it with an egg. and it was represented to the goddess Ishtar. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm not even going to read everything. However, you can go ahead and read there for yourself. Basically, what it summarizes is that this is an ancient practice that was used to celebrate this particular time. And so, individuals realized there was a large segment of population that was still held to these traditions when Christianity was in its infancy. So they said, you know what would be a great idea? Let's go ahead and just merge this thing all right in. Let me get some more people to kind of bring all up in here so we can get a little bit more of them tithings. So, breaking it down. So what about the bunny, Ptah? Ah, got you. Did you know that the rabbit, a.k.a. the bunny, is one of the most, the most reproductive or the most fertile animals in creation? All they is pop them out. Blang, 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 blang. Most fertile. Then you add the chocolate, which is a known aphrodisiac. It's known. It's been used throughout countless multiple civilization and cultures. It's been used for that particular benefit, so to speak. Oh, I got some comments going on in here. Let me see. Shout out. Chris Mom, thank you for shouting out. Coming in here, shining your light. As you know, this, like I said, this is broadcasting live in York, Pennsylvania. All in the Susquehanna Valley. And like I said, it's going out on YouTube. All points beyond. I got some soldiers out there in New York watching the program. Soldiers over there in North Carolina, Kansas. Everybody, Squirrel Y, Representative Ptah Shakur loves you all. Yeah, we're going to keep moving the groove. But thank you, Chris Mom. Go ahead and I'm going to keep checking. I'm looking now. Go ahead and put a comment on this. So like I said, understand what it is that you are worshiping. We are living in that great time of divine light and awakening. And if you have any questions, go ahead and go ahead and ask your religious practitioner, shall I say, about that. And then let me know. Like I said, this is a forum. I don't hear this phone ringing. So go ahead and call in, ask the question, challenge me on it. I promise you, I won't bite you. We can discourse. It's about having conversation. Everybody have their viewpoint expressed is the order of the day. So, moving and grooving on. We ain't got all day to stay on no particular topic here. Where am I at? 8:32. So we got like another 30 minutes or so. So, can I get the Black Gospels, please? Feel like I'm Steve Harvey. Survey said, did you know Mr. Vladimir Putin? Put my hands together, y'all. Let me get out the way here so you can get a good little look here. Mr. Vladimir Putin decided to unveil paintings and writings that was held in a very reserved art museum, hidden from the world. Now, I'll do a little brief history. You see people say, oh, this is AI. This AI did this. So, let me explain this. There was a time when Jesus, when he passed and Christianity started to grow really tremendously in the area there in Jerusalem. Also expanded to the Byzantines. I hope I'm saying that right. Byzantines? I think it's Byzantine. The Byzantine Empire ruled vast areas of Turkey, Europe. You got to understand who was in control at the time. First, it was Constantine. Constantine passed on. The Byzantines ruled a very large swath of the center of Asia/Europe, right there in that sweet spot. And so tremendous artwork was being produced at that particular time. And it even goes into parts of what is now called Russia. So they all shared knowledge, they all shared the same beliefs, they all shared the same ideology. However, the Mongols, as they're called, there in Asia, decided they cut off communication between, they actually split the Byzantine Empire in half. Kept the individuals over here towards the European, and all those from Russia, they just split them. Kind of like migrant children coming across the Mexican border. Just split it in half. Disrespectfully. So, they took on a whole nother ideology. So all of the ancient scripts and scrolls and paintings that they had that they once shared, they had to tuck them things away. They didn't want them to be hidden. They didn't want them to be destroyed. So they hid them, put them aside, and then they adopted a whole new way of thinking. So these pictures and these paintings that you see behind me, in case you don't know, shows Jesus and the 12 apostles. Whereas the other individuals that was not affected by the Mongolians, they started to go through, thank you, beautiful, seamless operation we got going on here. The other individuals that did not experience this disconnection, they slowly started to airbrush, kind of whitewash, as they say, and take all the ones with the darker complexions and kind of hide them. Where would they hide them at? Maybe in that place that starts with the V, in the basement of that big old place that starts with the V. Talking about the Vatican. Oh, don't worry. Those things are going to be coming out pretty soon, too. That's for another show. So, to find the ones that, so these particular paintings has been sitting for times, for ages, decided to be unveiled right now. So, what you see here, which is concurrent with is in scriptures, because, believe it or not, when it was asked, what's the depiction of Jesus? In the scriptures, it doesn't give a depiction of what Jesus. As a matter of fact, with the Gospels, they said he looked kind of ordinary. They shared it about what Paul looked like. And I believe one of the other apostles, Paul was handsome and blah, 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 blah. But there is a very, 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 very small description of what Jesus actually looked like. And it said his hair was white as wool. Hold on. That's for another show. Think about that. Wool. Whose hair looks woolly? And his skin looked like burnt brass. Now, I did a little foray into some type of construction. I'm not as handy as I look, folks. However, I've spent time with plumbing and things of the nature. I know with saws and all that. So, if you look at what's the color of brass, think about it. If you don't know what color of brass is, ask someone who's old enough and know about brass piping before they remove everything, put these plastic PVC piping. But you understand brass is the color of almost like a penny. A penny is a copper. Similar. Now, if you burn that, I wonder what color you come up with. I know what it don't come up with. It don't come up with the depiction that we see every Sunday morning. We see this man with very fair complected skin. Beautiful man. Blue eyes, long, beautiful plus hair. What's the other one? What's the other hair shampoo? Model. Beautiful model. Guess what? That individual has a name. His name is Caesar. Caesar, I can't pronounce the last name. Boyish, start with a B. I know you know it, Chris. Go ahead and put it on there. He's a smart guy. All my wise individual, please help me out. Put it on there with Caesar, the pronunciation of his last name. Would you flip it? I don't want to flip that. So, that is the depiction that we're actually shown. So they ask the question, why is it that we are indoctrinated with this particular image that does not fit? Obviously, can you go back to you got the picture now? There's a little delay. Look at this picture here, folks. Let's put it again. Here we go. Boom. We working it out. Move my finger over here. There we go. So that individual here, hate the point. That is represents Jesus there. And the disciples, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think it's 13. I can't count. Anyways, these are depictions these are ancient pictures. So this is a beautiful day. Like I said, truth is reigning supreme right now. All darkness, all confusion, all control is being ripped away at this particular time. And I got one more thing to go to. Feel free to go ahead and call in or go ahead and put a comment down there. But the last thing, I don't have a screen for this. You might as well just leave this one up. The question is, I'm sharing with everybody, I'm trying to prick everyone's consciousness to cause us to think. We are all great thinkers when we start thinking. Believe it or not, we have some bad actors out there that do not want you and I thinking. Instead, what they want is our control. They want to control us. They want our submission. They want us to go ahead and line up and put our arms on out They want nothing. They want us to want nothing and be extremely happy about it. What I'm speaking about is these 1% that own 99% of land, 99% of resources, 99% of financial monetary value, and they're going, for some reason, they're going for 99.9. You would think 99 was good enough. However, this 1%, they're coming for it all. And as long as we stand and allow this to take place, they're going to get that 99. They'll give you a little bit of crumbs. Best believe, and I said this before, hopefully, if you didn't get this for your children at Christmas, I know I got a new subscribers, y'all. Got a lot of people, new people on my Facebook page. I was sharing with you the Christmas time, that little Apple VR headset. Watch this technology, y'all. Watch these elitists. What they really want you to do, they want you to live this whole entire reality where you're just sitting in a box and you're just slurping on your little Capri Sun full of your nutrients. You're getting all your food that way. See how many individuals like Bill Gates is buying up all the farmland, y'all. We already know there's something called a global reset. What does that mean? They're planning on dropping the money. So what would it be when the elites actually own the farmland and they just drop all the food? Isn't it amazing that could possibly take place? Make me think about some of the trail derangements and things we got on that's hurting our farmers and the individuals making livelihood that this country has stood for, that our founding fathers have stood for. They wouldn't stand for any of this, y'all, I'm telling you. But I'm going to stay on topic, though. I'm going to stay on topic and let you know that we got to start questioning everything that we were being taught, including why at the very end of all the prayers that we speak of, we say something called Amen. You say, blah, 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 thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. What is Amen? Class, if you're paying attention, special sticker for anybody who writes that down in the comment section there. What does Amen mean? No. I'm not saying share what it is that you were told when you were sitting in that seat. I mean that you have found through research. Let me tell you what I found through research. Amen, and I was going to have a screen up, but it's no need, stands for Amun Ra. I know what you're saying, Ptah. Listen. What does ancient Egypt have to do with anything that goes on here in America? I know you can turn the dollar bill over and you see a pyramid there that says Novus Ordo Seclorum, which is the New World Order. I know that you can see the designs as far as why they take the large obelisk and have it in the center of Washington, D.C. and call it a Washington Monument. And I know why the obelisk was taken. You can just leave that screen up, please. Thank you. We're going to close it on out with him. We got 15 more minutes, show. So I know that they have these obelisks that they actually took from Heliopolis and put there in Central Park. Please go see that, by the way, if you got a way to get there. There's one in England as well. Why is this assistance of the eagle? Why is those logos and certain things? Why are they put on the dollar bill? Why? And then what you also understand is that Amun Ra is represented as the god of light. And if you go ahead and see Egyptian deed, I'm going to go ahead and read this. This is from right off the internet. Amun Ra. Amun is Egyptian, is a major ancient Egyptian deity who rose to the position by Thebes and replaced Mantu. I don't know who Mantu is. However, this particular chief deity was worshipped by these particular pagans. And I do know a little bit when they say a pagan means evil. So why do we do so many pagan type of things? Why are they incorporated in our particular society? I'll go ahead and answer that for you, y'all. There's a great amount of science. Yeah, who is that? Be Divine. You get a special, matter of fact, I will come on the program. I got some special products, for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and get your information. I'm gonna send you some products and things to explain, kind of help you out. Appreciate the participation, y'all. Class participation is where it's at. So where was I at? So talking about Amun. So understand even the idea about Christmas. how that goes back to what is called Nimrod. Ask yourself a question. What is a evergreen tree that has never existed in any region that was close to where the Son of God would even frequent and visit? The Son of God, Jesus, had never seen one of those trees. So what is the tree? What is Santa Claus? We got to really start to question everything. We understand that those elitists, the world is starting to crumble away very, very, very quickly, right in front of our very eyes. So before I go ahead and close out, let me give you a message. I got a message. Normally I have a message for the youth, but now I got a message for the parents at home. Ask yourself this. This particular, these 6 ideas will cause you to move in a certain thinking pattern, which will allow you to harness the power that is divinely placed inside of you. And what it will do will increase your productivity and enhance your view on reality and make everything that is unseen seen. So, number 1, this is a protecting process for everyone who wants to kind of evolve. Do your own thinking at all occasions. Question everything. Even question the things that I'm sharing with you right now. The fact that human beings are given complete control over nothing but your own thoughts is laden with tremendous significance. You have 2 superpowers, folks. Really, sleep is the third one if you think about it. The 2 superpowers I'm going to say is your imagination and your memories. Understand, when you was a little child, you had that power of imagination. You might imagine a pine cone being a hand grenade and a stick being a gun. That power of imagination will allows you to harness and bring in physical reality. If you can see it inside of your head, you can certainly see it in your hands. When they came upon the Native Americans who was in this country that ruled this whole entire country after the Olmecs, they was amazed at feats that the Native Americans would do. And one was called the rain dance. You may have seen this. I think I remember seeing this, the Bugs Bunny cartoon. So we wasn't taught this in school. The Bugs Bunny cartoon. And so basically, what the Native Americans could do when it was come time for their crops, they was really much in need. They would do a certain dance, have a certain ritual. And Paleface, he wasn't trusted. You go over there. But whatever happened, 100 times out of 100 times, it started raining. And then, of course, it started to get a little ingratiated with them a little bit. Until then, they would just share the mindset, oh, well, the Native Americans, they prayed to the rain god. And the rain god came and made it. No. Instead, what the Native Americans did while they was doing their dance, they were in a very, very ecstatic, grateful mindset. And they imagined it raining. They imagined dumping through the puddles. They closed their eyes, folks. It's really easy when you close your eyes. I didn't even get into my meditation. I'm going to close out with a meditation. Close out with a bang, y'all. Because I get a lot of questions back and forth, like how to meditate. This is how you harness your power through imagination. First, you got to meditate first. So, they imagine stomping through the puddles and how the mud feels squishy between the toesy-woesies. Imagine the dried up mud on the back of their leg. They imagine the certain details of all of that. And because of that, they were able to affect physical reality. Like I said, double slit theory, extra credit, be divine. You know you can hear me. Double slit theory. Put that in your mind, bro. Go ahead and Google that. Let me know what you find out about the double slit theory. I ain't even going to say. I ain't going to say. So, with the double slit theory, those particular scientifically proven ideas that our scientists are just now finding, I'm surprised. I've always wanted to see a show like this, folks. It wasn't in existence, so then I came. Because I've been finding so much information that should be in textbooks that's not there, that should be expressed by the mass media, and it's not being expressed. Such as that you are beings of light. They have an incredible technology that is able to detect the faintest photons of light. Yes, lights are photons. Physical things that physically hit your eye, that physically taps in and physically does impulses. So these particular photons, this sensitive equipment, they find if you put a person in a room and you turn off all the lights, they emit a light from your face. This is the same light that animals see. When they want to see if you're real or not, they'll, ain't messing with him. I'm going to be over here. This is the same light that we suddenly perceive when we see somebody. Man, you don't look so good. You look kind of pale. You look kind of sick. Or you'll find someone who is with child. That wonderful metamorphosis transformational process has started to begin, and it hyperdrives their energy field. And they start to beam with a light. They say, you're glowing. Or you find someone who's fallen in love. They fall in love, so therefore, they reach the state of understanding the unconditional love in which created them, the God that's in them. And because they found the God that's in them, they start to operate in such a way where everything happens effortlessly. Where they want something through what they call the secret or the law of attraction, they access these torus fields. I did mention about the torus field, didn't I? They're able to operate in harmony with creation and pull certain things into their reality. And they're operating and they're in the flow. And therefore they're turned on, tapped in, and turned up. And they're experiencing life at a full degree. And then magnetically, bloop, bloop, oh man, found my soulmate. That's how it happens, folks. So when they find that, then they start to glow and they start to enhance. They say, where did you find the tool? You'll find Allah, or they say you'll find God. So that's what you see. You see that light shine. And this is all scientifically studied. Like I said, it's there. A lot of quantum theorists speak about this. The smartest mind, Mr. Einstein, was sharing something called spooky action at a distance, or they call it justification. They found out if you take an atom, I gotta put my hands together, folks. If you take an atom and you split the atom in half, and you separate it, they took it and they separated, have magnets to kind of keep it levitated in a particular state. They took one of the atom, part of the atom, put it 100 miles away. The other atom, put it 100 miles away in a separate direction. So there's how many miles apart? 200. Good job. You're paying attention. So they're 200 miles apart. And they find when they stimulate this particular part of the atom, it starts to spin in a northwest manner. And at the same time, this other portion of it starts to spin at a southeastern way. Einstein was befuddled at this, folks. He called it spooky action at a distance. He bear witness to it took place. He didn't know. It transversed space and time. Light doesn't travel that fast. 200 miles instantaneously. However, quantum theory, or quantum physics as it's called, has explained and has opened up new paradigms in the human mind of consciousness to realize what really truly possible. All great breakthroughs come through break withs. So I'm asking everybody in my closing to break with. Break with the indoctrination and the things that we've been taught. Break with the patterns that have led to an unsuccessful suffering mentality. It's time to break with it. It's time to crumble it all up, throw it to the side, put your hands in the pocket, and then what? Go for a walk. Go for a walk. Motion begets motion, and then whatever your path is will be revealed to you. But quickly, before I go ahead and leave, I only got about 6 more minutes. This is how you tap in. For all my wise souls, for all my heavy thinkers, all my bean soup scientists out there, all my atom smashers, the ability to tap into the divine oneness is very simple in the form of meditation. Meditation, you don't need a special rug, go to a special place, or buy some special tonic. All you would need to do firstly is close your eyes. When you close your eyes, what do? You shut off that wonderful eye organ that takes in millions of bits of information per second and it starts to process only a fraction of it based off of a belief system and based off of what our ego allows us to see. We really don't see with our eyes. We see with our egos. I say that again. We don't see with our eyes. We see with our egos. Because our brains can only process a certain amount and throw everything else in the trash. So you close your eyes to the point where that particular organ shuts down. As if we know your other organs, sensory organs, would start to pick up. So you close your eyes and you breathe. The enemies of truth do not want you to be in a calm state of breathing. They want you on the go. They want you to working 2 jobs an hour. And they want you watching this YouTube and the TikTok and the YouTube and the TikTok. And they want you to burn out and crash. And then the alarm wakes you up. They don't want you to find the divine in you. So this is how you do it. You close your eyes. You take a deep breath. First, take 2 deep breaths. Hold. And then breathe out through your mouth. Let that negative energy go. Let it go. Then what you do is you breathe into the count of 4. Hold to the count of 4. And breathe out to the count of 8. You breathe in with your nose. Nose is for breathing, mouth is for eating. Breathe in through your nose. Hold. I'm only going to do it one more time, y'all. Hold for 4. And then breathing on out. Last time. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. You may find that you're in this peaceful state already. You may find that you're more apt to deal with that negative person in your life, which in true reality is just a reflection of you. So you get to look at your reflection and say, what am I here to learn from my reflection? Remaining, if somebody is constantly getting you aggravated, instigated, pressing your buttons, then take the remote from their hand. They can't push the button until you give them the remote. Your autonomy, your peace, your serenity is all up to you. So, like I said, do your own thinking on all occasions. Decide definitely what you want for your life. Create a plan for attaining it. And be willing to sacrifice everything for it. Fail early, fail often. Understand that temporary defeat, no matter what the nature or cause, and extract from it the seed of victory. There's no such thing as failure. Failure is part of success. If you're able to say, oh, LeBron James, he loses in the NBA finals. He goes back, okay, well, this is what I need to better myself. In every temporary, seemingly defeat, there's gold. Take that goal and you move on and groove on. And I promise you, whatever you want to obtain with your mind, you can definitely get it. Be willing to render useful service for all material things that's in your life. Meaning what? Help one another. That's what it says in the scripture. Blessed for those who give. And just real quickly, the last one. Recognize that your brain is a receiving set that could be tuned to receive communications from the storehouse of knowledge. What that means, what are you listening to? What are you going to sleep to? Are you listening to a bunch of ratchet music? Are you listening to a bunch of horror? What are you feeding your brain? What are you feeding your physical body? And understanding that that is the reality that you choose to perceive in this world. So, like I said, I only got one more minute, so I'm going to say this here. I'm asking everybody from the White Rose Community Television viewership, those who's watching on Facebook, and then those who's watching on YouTube right now, I'm asking you to find the God divine within in any way that you need to do. Find your peace of mind. If you need to go for a walk, go out to the park, whatever you need to do to find your peace of mind. And no, you don't need any substance. No, you don't need anything that's outside. Everything that's built inside of you, you have everything that you need already built inside of you. So find that God divine within, and I promise you, you're going to find that peace on earth. Find your peace on earth. You will get in contact with the God divine within. When you find that God divine within, I'm asking everybody, do your part to create little small pockets of peace on earth so we can all start to flip all these cards over and create heaven on earth. It's up to me and you. This is Ptah Shakur. I'm heading out to the next program next Monday, 8 p.m. Love and light to you all. Starseed salute.